Hi guys, hi to everybody. Here we are, the last, but not the least, but the last appointment with the launch of Deepdom worldwide is today, is the last Friday, and we are very, very happy to be with you for this Friday because the market will be very nervous, but we'll be here to see what's going on. Please give me one on the chat if everything's okay. You can listen me in the correct ways. Just give me an advice. I wait for a moment. Just one, two, three, whatever you want to write. I don't see anyone. Yes, audio, video, okay. One, okay. Everything's okay. Looks work perfect. Okay. Ready we are. I am Marco Sartorello. I'm part of a deep team. Today, Andrea is a little bit busy, but we are here with Rodolfo. Ciao, Rodolfo.
Ciao Marco, ciao Edoardo.
And here with Eduardo Burattini is also part of the deep team of for a long, long time. Is our best analysis guys we work together over the last 4 years. For this reason, we don't I don't want to speak too much because the day is really, really what's it? Is a lot of things to say to do today. For this reason, please, Rudy, share with me our compliance information. I will read to everybody, and then we start.
Okay guys, no solicitation, disclaimer, no solicitation
Yeah.
advice. This analysis does not constitute a solicitation to invest. All information, communications and analysis provided herein do not constitute investment advice. They are not standardized recommendation addressed to the general public, not personalized, not suitable for a specific person, no knowledge. The author has no knowledge of the recipient personal circumstances, income, risk tolerance, etc., etc. High risk and liability. Take care of their operating in financial markets involves high risk. It is strongly discouraged to operate if one expects consistently positive results without risk. The analyses are provided solely for educational purposes, without any warranty. The author, so Deep Chart, Volumetrica, ACFU, and all the people here in this live that are speaking with you, declines all liability for any loss, damage, or other consequences resulting from the use of this information. Anyone assuming position does so under their own total and exclusive responsibility. Okay, guys,
Here we are, Rodolfo. I think it's the moment of Eduardo Burattini for starting with analysis of the US market of this afternoon. I just give the presentation. Ciao, Eduardo. Happy to meet you again. We can starting with the analysis of the afternoon and see what's going on and what we or you think will be this afternoon. Obviously, like Rodolfo said to you, whatever you listen from now is just for educational use. And if you see something, we do it in the afternoon, please don't follow us because sometimes we also lost. Eduardo, is your time? Please go.
Exactly. Hi, Marco. Hi, Rodolfo. Hi, everybody, and welcome to this new deep live. Let's have a look, as usual, at the major two U.S. indices like the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. Apparently, today we are still back to the 775 and 100. So we went back to actually we went beyond the previous resistance areas which price had built exactly here on the area 74 and 60, which I had marked yesterday as, in fact, as a possible resistance area. Price reacted on that level for several times. Yesterday made some consolidation here, and actually that's exactly the area where it has also set the settlement level, 74 and 66 to be accurate, which is where the market has closed. And apparently in the ETH session, we are still trying to move to the upside, and we are back to the 7,500. Basically, that means also considering the shape that the current intraday volume profile has built, we still are actually building acceptance above the previous settlement area. Can you see this strong volume area here, even if it looks a little bit tiny in terms of expansion, but then the Asian session has been building a nice distribution area, as well as what is currently doing at the moment, which apparently, yeah, we are still hitting the 7500 area. In doing that, as we can see, price is creating a nice acceptance. Sorry guys, I can see some, I
Yeah,
can
I
hear some.
also maybe Rudy. I don't know if someone. I don't have anything open, but I don't know if someone. I also listen a return in the voice.
All right, yeah, yeah, maybe it was just a moment. I can't hear that anymore. No problems. So yeah, I was saying, in hitting and trading here at the 7500 even, apparently we can see a strong volume coming to the buying side, hitting the market, keeping on hit the market, and also building some continuation of this potential acceptance below. Of course, that means by several points of view that market is still trying to go to the upside with some kind of a strength, because first of all, we have broken yesterday the previous resistance level, also with a nice price action to the upside. As you can see, even if we look at the price action itself, we can see that price has created a new high and then retraced back and still trying to create a new high. From the volume perspective, though, both of these moves has created some shift in value. If we consider by applying a fixed volume profile over these two swings, creating new highs, new local highs, we can see that the value areas of these two swings are actually moving to the upside. And of course, this is well confirmed by the overall ETH volume profile. As we are speaking, we have just noticed a nice spike to the upside.
Starting the nervous of the afternoon, brother.
Exactly.
It's
Apparently, today is gonna be quite nervous.
Yeah,
Starting
it's already 2 days nervous like hell. But these nervous. What I read in the yes is a 7,500. This is the level is already 1 week. It's very nervous, but it don't move it from here.
Exactly. Apparently, everything looked like the retracement had started. Maybe there were already some people talking about a possible reversal. Yeah, that went on for basically the entire week. But after market did that yesterday, personally, I would consider that as, first of all, the end of the wide distribution area price has been creating over the last few sessions. But then, on top of this, it has created basically new demand zones. Because if we consider that this shift in volume to the upside, which is still creating continuous acceptance to the upside, of course, that opens the scenario of hitting again these little blocks of volume, well, little but significant, which lies exactly on the previous all-time highs, which is here in the area of 75 and 31 and something. On the other hand, this is the block of volume which had also created some absorption, highlighted by the Deepteam tracker, and this is what it had created the conditions for a first correction, okay, for a fade of the overall move. apparently this could be a really, really nice level of the next resistance that we have just ahead. Considering that this area is important, first of all, because of the volume itself, but also because that volume has meant actually absorption for buyers. Buyers were here strongly absorbed. So for this purpose, if now price continues to accept higher, so that in that case, it means that these big trades trying to buy here don't get absorbed, we can easily see the next move to that area, which is exactly at the touch of the POC of that day, which was the 14th of May. And that also means, can you see this orange line here, getting back and possibly accepting inside the value area of the 14th of May, which is particularly important in terms of the session, because that was, I'm going to show you right here on the on the TPO perspective, that was exactly the session creating the all-time high. So basically what we are doing at the moment is that. Okay, so now we are hitting that lower boundary of that value area, and we need to check and assess, possibly right after the RTH opens, whether we can accept above, and in that case means a high probability to traverse all of that area, reaching first of all the POC, which is still naked, and then eventually the other hand. So of course this is a very basic reading still of what the auction market theory tells us about previous and relevant significant value areas, but I believe it applies really well to the overall intraday context. So yeah, S&P quite strong. We need to check what happens here on the even price, 7,500. Let's also have a look at the Nasdaq.
In the meantime, I say hello to everyone, also the last people coming. Okay, we are already more than around 300 people connecting in this last live session of Deepdom launch. Don't forget, you have another 3 days for subscribe our Deepdom and Deep Chart. But in any case, now is the time of Eduardo from the NQA. Edo, is correct?
Yes, exactly. As you can see here, Nasdaq-wise, we have quite similar going on, except with a few slight differences. Like, for example, here we still have price building acceptance to the upside, and more specifically with this last swing, which has going like like this. This swing to the upside is actually creating new highs. And a level which I would consider particularly interesting for the Nasdaq is this one, 29,560 roughly, because that highlights the previous value area high from a weekly perspective. Right, a few points beyond that, well, a few points, of course, they're not really few points, but in terms of Nasdaq is not that difference in terms of distance from where we are and this area. Here we have the very same situation provided by the DeepV tracker, which shows and highlights pressure to the upside, to the downside. So unlike the S&P 500 where we had an absorption, here we have a pressure provided by sellers stepping quite aggressively into the market and leading to the next downside move, which has led to the retracement we were talking about earlier, and we can and we could spot also on the S&P 500. Now, that means that for the Nasdaq, we have this level still acting as a possible resistance. Okay, But considering this situation exactly as we did for the S&P 500, also TPO wise, we are exactly in the same situation, because let me show you that this is the TPO of the Nasdaq, and at the moment we are trading here 10 points beyond the 29,600. That means we are roughly here. Okay, so we are still a little bit far away from the next sensitive level, which is 29,628, which would mean still, it's very same story, accepting being back inside this previous value area, which is particularly important. Just need to move the naked POC, which is 29,727. But now we are on a slightly different situation from the daily intraday perspective, because here we are in completely imbalance. Okay, we are inside the intraday developing balance. Unlike the S&P 500, which is trading and trying to explore, to discover on beyond the actual highs of the day, here we are exactly inside the value area of the developing volume profile. This value area is quite narrow, so it's not so expanded compared to the overall expansion of the overall profile, and apparently price is struggling a little bit to accept above the value area high. Okay, we can also spot a couple big trades trying to buying aggressively, which at the moment they are not having that much result, and we can see sellers responding right away. Of course, this confirms the scenario of price being range bound at the moment, also behaving like it is in a balanced situation. So unlike the S&P 500, I would say that Nasdaq is a little bit more undecided yet, still by the actual intraday perspective. As we know, for all those who have been following some of our deep lives, they already know that all of these analysis, of course, is related to what we can see right now at the moment, because after RTH opens, and that will happen in 10 minutes, everything can actually also drastically change. But what we can spot so far is Nasdaq being in a balanced situation. So the necessary condition before we could talk of the Nasdaq being really strong and being aligned to what S&P 500 at the moment shows us is accepting above or else expanding the value area above this 29,600. So we need basically also the standard deviation +1, the one you can see here with the red line, being actually broken through and ideally pulled back with acceptance above. So at the moment, this is what I expect, something like this, chopping around and ranging around the the current value area. So that means that basically both indices come with some new strength, considering they were both able to break through the previous resistance area that happened yesterday with the yesterday RTH session. But at the moment Nasdaq is a little bit weaker. It will come. It will have to break through a few more resistances. S&P 500 seems to be a little bit more unbalanced to the upside. Okay, well, apparently not so much, as compared to a few minutes ago, we had some downwards move, which was
Excuse me,
quite.
Eduardo. I would like to share one thing for a moment.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sharing.
I did one trade right now, and I want to show you the right situation why I make this trade. Okay, this is the live. Okay, this is the situation that we have
Yeah,
live
yeah.
now. Okay, and you can what you can clearly see with the two the power of the order flow and our proprietary indicator like DV tracker, that you can see the channel line that you see here is the DV tracker indicator. Okay, and what's happening, excuse me guys, what's happened here? Okay, you can clearly see what with the when we have the sweeping. Okay, in this bar a few minutes ago we have a clear absorption here. Okay, another clear absorption here, and the bar make a sweep. Okay, sweep. Okay, but here you can clearly see how many zero print you have in the bit side of the bar. Okay, you have a lot of zero on the bit side of the bar. What happens? What happens after this bar? Okay, you can see what an attempt of absorption under the DP tracker control line. Okay, a first attempt of absorption. Okay, but after you can see the sellers comes here. Okay, in a very aggressive way. Okay, in the second attempt you can see an exhaustion, a clear exhaustion here, another clear exhaustion here. Okay, and the buyers are exhausted here. I take my short. Okay, because the C line make is work. Okay, I see zero print here. Okay, attempt of the absorption about the buyers in the in the passive bid liquidity. Okay, exhaustion here, exhaustion here. I take my short here, which is the target. The first target was here. Okay, the second target is the dynamic view up. Okay, of the entire swing of the movement of today the last movement of today. Okay, I close my trade the same because when I saw the price bounce here, I closed my trade. But what I have to say also, that as you can see, the order flow here is not an exhaustion like here, but this is a bad low, right, Eduardo?
Exactly.
Okay, this is
Exactly.
a bad low. What does it mean, bad low? Bad low is where we have acceptance of this little area. Okay, so what does it mean? That we have more chances that price could come again to test this area and break a moment. Okay, that the price don't visit again this area. So um, the same, knowing this of this bad law, the same I decide to close my trade because in 5 minutes market open, and I don't want to stay in the market when market open. Okay, but this is an example of a trade that I just did. Okay, in the market. Excuse me, Eduardo. Let's go with
It's
your
okay,
analysis.
Luis. Okay. Excuse
No
me,
worry.
just a moment, though. I have to reply to one guy here in chat. They say why what is so in this platform, C Trader or other software doesn't matching our price because as if someone right, you have to see what this price. You have to have a real data feed from the market, like we have the feed written because CQG wherever. And connect to our platform. Maybe you see two different things because your platform is in CFDs, and obviously it's not exactly the same market. Always the same market, but it's different instrument. Go, Edo. Let's go. We have another 4 minutes.
Yes, well, I'm gonna show you something quite interesting here on the Deepdom, and more specifically in the S&P 500. As you can see, as we reached that area, which I was telling you about, here at this top, we had a very massive reload of liquidity. As you can see, We had this, oops, sorry, here it is, okay. We had this block of liquidity here, and then it got moved a little bit to the upside until, but apparently, this liquidity was quite meant to protect and reject price. This is also a liquidity counting as a major one because as you can see, there are some yellow highlights on that, and this is one of the features of the new Deepdom that shows that some this is not only an important liquidity, it is also made by one single order. Okay, so the MBO, the market buy order feature, actually highlights like there are major operator like right here providing this liquidity. So we can count this liquidity as one of the most ranked liquidity of the overall area. And apparently, liquidity-wise, price has also reacted quite well here on this area. That would confirm, still, even if we are just 2 minutes away actually from the RTH opening, that this area of 75, 100, 05 and 10 is definitely one of the most relevant area for to take care of, to watch during the opening, which is gonna take place in just 2 minutes.
Okay, someone asked which is a good trick grouping for NQ footprint. Okay, personally I use 6 tick grouping. Okay, for the footprint on the Nasdaq. Eduardo, are you there?
Or
Yeah, Eduardo,
yep.
maybe you want to know also your position regarding the T grouping from NQ.
Yeah, personally, I go for 6 and 9. It depends by the time frame. But yeah, I would totally agree. Personally, I have one of the footprint template that I use, which is 90 ticks. In that case, I would use the 9 ticks grouping. But yeah, for a quicker assessment of what the order flow is saying, I would say 6 is just perfect.
Okay, thank you.
You're
We have
welcome.
only
Of
1 minute
course,
to go.
yes, 1 minute. Here we go. Price in the S&P is still trying to push to the downside, and it has consumed all of this liquidity here. We have another interesting block at 74 and 80. Nice surge of volume trying to push up and heading towards that liquidity being here.
Let's start.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Regarding the template of Rudy, guys, as you write several times, maybe during the next couple of days, Rudy will do it.
No, okay. Before we have to close Deepdom situation, okay,
Okay,
Deepdom launch.
okay, okay,
After we work about my template, okay.
okay. I want to just take time, but you will take time more. you you want to do it the good things. Okay. What else? How do you show the yellow line on the passive liquidity? Is not what it speaks about the yellow line is the liquidity, but is the liquidity you see here is the market maker put the money there in that level of the chart. This is what the yellow line is exactly the liquidity. We show because Deepdom showed this. You must have the level two, obviously, of the for level two of the data feed, and you can see all the level of the liquidity in the market in the chart.
Exactly. Of course, this is a feature.
Excuse me, Eduardo, is in a sentence in Italian. He's right. Okay, I said in Italian because I don't know one speak in English, but the V tracker on the 54 range is predictive. Doesn't do it any mistake. Thank you, Mr. Devian. Right in Italian. Thank you. Thank you so much. We don't see iceberg waiting until they are executed. Is a question for Roman. Why we don't see iceberg waiting until they are executed?
Because iceberg you can't know before is executed. Okay, the iceberg is not declared by the market. Okay. Okay, guys, I want to show one trade I did now, but okay, right now. Okay, take a look here. Okay, it's my screen. Okay, you can see here my trade. Okay, we have a strong absorption here of the sellers, of the buyers. Okay, this is my low volume area of deep swing profile, and you can see also low volume area in the daily profile. Okay, so I take my short here. My stop was here. Okay, and my target as you can see is right in the volume area. Okay. Now in this moment the price is giving is going, excuse me guys, so I have a lot of arrows I don't want to see. Okay, you can clearly see what the price is giving us a price section that is clearly long. Okay, market give here a bear trap, it seems. Okay, now we test again. You can see what we had double arrow. Okay, market is pushing in a bit in the ask size in a very strong way, but market reject again. Okay, now we can see because market could make a little retrace to start again to the upside. Okay, here we have the situation of the volume profile of the Nasdaq. What you can see here, for the moment we can see here that RTH zone, okay, is under here, and we have a multi-distribution in RTH. Okay, one distribution here under here, okay, and one distribution above here, which is the level that we can expect that the market could reject. Okay, this is the level. Now we put a rectangle here because we monitor when market could arrive there. Okay, value area high and POC of the day. We go in the tool configuration, okay, and we put a red color in this rectangle, but you can clearly see what that the market in the weekly profile did a distribution here, a low volume area here, and is pushing up in a very strong way, because my attention now is in the 29,705.50. Okay, this is the area that I put my attention. Okay, and I want to see what the market, the price will do when we arrive here, if we arrive.
Okay, a very good trade, first of all, Rudy.
Thank
I
you,
like.
thank you,
Yes,
thank you,
yes.
Marco. Thank you,
Thank you.
Marco.
We have some question to reply. Guys ask me if he can use deep chart for Indian market. I suppose for India you have no restriction from this feed, but please check in this feed website if it's some restriction. If it's not, you can use it without any problem. Iceberg is detected using calculation, right? Some guys,
No, object detector with the feed of the CME market. Okay, CME send us the order ID of the participant. Okay, and when we find a same order ID. Okay, we can identify the iceberg in the market. Okay.
yes. Someone asked if we can show the MBO work in this session, please.
What, Marco?
Someone asked if we can show how works the MBO in the session, if we happen some MBO in this session.
But MBO is the acronym of market by order. Okay,
Right?
okay. So MBO is not a symbol or a marker that you see in the chart. Okay, MBO is the way that we can identify iceberg. Okay, then the way that we can identify single order in the multiple order in each level. Okay, MBO is the way that we can identify if this kind of thing. Okay, MBO is a technology to identify this kind of things. Okay,
Correct.
it's not a marker, it's not an
Oh, I see
indicator.
something. I see something in the chart from Eduardo. If I don't, if I see well,
Yes.
if I see well,
Oh, Eduardo Tab,
I
good.
see Eduardo in trading in this moment. Looks like he is long, a
Yes. A little bit long.
little bit long.
I'm gonna explain you in a little while the reason for the trade, but let's say so far I'm aiming to, as a final target, to 75 and 20. Let's see, let's trail some of the profit as I see absorption in my favor.
Good trade, Eduardo. A very good trade.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Of course, this is the perfect final target identified by the Deepdom. Considering that we had a very interesting situation here when I did enter the trade. Unfortunately, I've used the meters a lot, but now they have changed. So later on, I will explain you why. But of course, that was the confluence also with a very interesting footprint evidence of absorption first and then pressure to the upside straight after. Remember, by the way, that 75 and 20 was the area where we start having a resistance, as we had identified before. Now we have some liquidity trying to protect price. Oh shit. Oh, sorry guys. Okay,
Oh, we
no
are
problems.
we are traders. Don't worry, Eduardo. We are on YouTube, okay? But sometimes it can happen.
Yeah. I was just about to take out three of the six lots after I saw this bar here, but apparently, yeah, that was so quick and I couldn't make it on time. But luckily, I had protected something in trailing, so that's perfect
Was
anyway.
in every case very
So
good trade. Very good, very good.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. So basically, the reason was apart from the overall upside, long narrative I had this very nice absorption here, followed by pressure to the upside right here and exhaustion at the lower part of this candle. So that was the final trigger. And on the other hand, of course, Deepdom was really, really useful because it was showing me when I took the trade that there was more liquidity available to the upside, and on the moment at the right moment where I was about to take a trade, we had the shift of near fresh liquidity starting to protect the lower side of that. So that was the immediate confirmation that could actually give a good reason to go for it.
Thank you, Edo. Okay, I have some question to reply. Again, Rudy already said before to all our audience today regarding the iceberg. Someone write correct. They been identified only after the error is executed. You cannot really tell the specific quantity iceberg or not because feed regulation is correct. We cannot know what's happening in the future. We don't know what the iceberg is there before to execute it because the CME doesn't give to us this opportunity, obviously, okay? Even we don't know from who coming these orders, okay? Because it's something like nobody knows, okay? It's a kind of, say, rules regulated from CME, okay? Is also a question from CL. Eduardo, I know you all sometimes trade sometimes the CL, okay? Guys here ask if Deepdom can work well also in the CL, if stop run and diver working also in the CL. I think yes, but I want
Of
to, because you know better than me the CL.
Yeah, of course, it works perfectly both with the CL and I would also say the gold future, because on those markets, liquidity I would say is even more indicative of the crucial level, the significant levels. Of course, the threshold for icebergs, for the stop run indicator, and also the threshold to set the MBO filter width have to be a little bit different by the ones for the S&P and the Nasdaq. Maybe in a future in one of the next international deep lives, I will show you something on those markets if you are interested in that.
For sure, someone is interested. Let's see, maybe in the future we'll have some other international deep live on YouTube or even our client for sure. Every Friday we have, but not live in YouTube, but we have internal. Okay.
Okay, guys, I want to show you what one trade I do now. Okay, I did now.
Ah,
Now I explain you why. Okay, my trade. We go to protect. I go very cheap in this moment. Okay, because I do already. I did already already good. This is my father, my brother.
but your brother, because
My
your
brother,
father
always my
is
brother.
at home. Your brother, your
My
father.
brother is impossible to believe. Okay, no, nothing. Okay, guys, I did my trade. I want to take a lot to my trade. Okay, I thought that trade could give to retest this minimum. Okay, but why I took my trade? You can clearly see what that in this bar. Okay, when we have the push of the sellers in this bar, we don't have the arrows that show me that we have a strong aggression of the ask side. Okay, so I arrive in the view up, dynamic view up of this swing. Okay, and the market reject here with no ask aggression. Okay, so in this kind of situation, I have also a DP tracker zone above that protect my short. Okay, and so I take my short. My short has gone good, but I want to take a lot from the
Too
market.
much, too much, too much.
Too much for the market, and market hit me my break-even point. Okay, so this is the reason of my trade. But market today is a little more readable. Compare of yesterday. Okay, is a little more, a little bit less volatility today in the market. So it's more readable. Now we can see what they want to do. For the moment, we have this volume area, okay, and the DV tracker here protect this volume area, Okay, but what we can see from the footprint we can clearly see what that we have here an attempt of absorption zone, an attempt of absorption zone. So we have to see now. You can clearly see what now that that buyers, okay, are putting passive liquidity in the bid size. You see here how sellers, aggressive sellers, try to push down the price, but passive liquidity in the bid size of the market, okay, are stopping now the price where. Take a look, guys. Here we have absorption. Here we have buyers aggression. Okay. Here we have sellers aggression. You can clearly see what this is a clear area where the buyers won't protect the level, and if this level could could resist, we can expect again that price could go in the high area of today. Okay, so reading the footprint is the key. Okay, is the key to understand what is happening now. You can see that now the sellers break this level. Okay, break this level. So we can the pullback bar are showing me that okay, is too late to take a short now, because we have to take before, okay, to a scalp trade. Okay, because you have to understand that for scalping is enough 15 points, 20 points of Nasdaq. Okay, 25, 30 is better. Okay, but it's the same. You can clearly see that the footprint are showing you that seller, okay, is very aggressive and is pushing down the pullback bar. Is not, we are not buyers in the pullback bar. Okay, you can clearly see that we have only violet beam, okay, in the bar, only violet beams. So the aggression of the seller is very high. In these beams you can see a delta flip in this moment. Okay, and you can see in the pullback bar that buyers here are trying to buy, okay, in the level of before, but the bar has not ended, okay, at the moment, and sellers, again, buyers comes in the market and the bar rejected. Now we are in trading range. Okay, now we are in trading range. DP tracker signaled me that we are in trading range, so I could expect that price could test again this low, and after to go again in the higher side of this trading range. You can clearly see that we are in trading range. Okay, and the DP tracker now, okay, signal you that we are in trading range. This is the boundaries of the trading range, so you can take a look in the lower side of the bar. If you see an exhaustion, okay, as a buyer's aggression, you can think about that price could go up again to test the higher side of the trading of this trading range. You can clearly see that the sellers are still aggressive, okay, are still aggressive in this moment. But in the lower side of the bar at the moment we have a little bit of exhaustion. Okay, sellers again. Okay, now we have to see what happened. But here a lot of seller. I don't see any exhaustion here. You can see, okay, that you can see any exhaustion here. A lot of bins are empty of full of volume, so there is no aggression, not exhaustion here. There is a clear, okay, intention of the seller to go down, to go lower of this bar, and you can clearly see what the footprint is show you, that sellers are selling in a strong way. Okay, okay, guys, you can see here. Okay, yeah. When the price, okay, has been lost this level, price fall down. Okay, you can see only this thing with the footprint. Okay, you can't in any way, okay, see other this thing, this granularity, okay, of information if you don't use order flow. Okay, Edo, let's go.
Okay, Rudy, I have to, okay, let's
Yes.
Edo share the screen to Edo, but I have to reply to some question. Okay, rhythmic and discrete data are the same in CVD. Yes, absolutely the same. The CVD is an indicator and important I have to write data. Then Deepdom support OCO entry order. Yes, for sure you can do it, a lot of OCO, also different strategies. You have the stop loss, take profit, even break even. We have a very good trading panel. You can also decide to do it more or less what you need it, okay? Because our trading panel is complete also with a lot of function, okay? That's to know the situation. Someone asked to us if we can share optimal settings for the absorption indicator in Deepdom. Eduardo, is your time? We have
Yeah,
some.
sure.
Yeah.
Here it is. Well, basically, I've set the absorption indicator here on the S&P 500 this way. Okay, so market, we need first of all threshold volume of 200 to be executed within maximum 1,500 milliseconds. Those order need to be filled by maximum 10 different trades, and price has not to be moving beyond that level of absorption for 8 ticks, not more than 8 ticks. This is what I would consider a quite selective setting for the S&P 500. Not so much though, so a good balance between nice absorption and not to see markers every 2 minutes.
Thank
And
you.
in fact, we can see here that of course, the indicator, the absorption indicator, doesn't mean every time we see an instance of that, we need to take a trade. But for example, here we can see buyers, some buying orders being absorbed, okay, and then price actually price is rejected, but alone, of course, is not a way for triggering the trade.
Okay.
Okay, guys,
Okay.
I want to show another trade I did. Okay.
Rudy, oh, today Rudy is very
No,
in
no,
the
no,
mood.
no, but it's only scalping. I am a scalper. Okay, I don't even only if I have a particular situation like this morning that after I can show you. Okay, I am a scalper. You can see that I make my first short here. Okay, my first long here, because what we have here. Okay, we have the dynamic view up. Okay, that is passing here and is making support. The
Yeah.
dynamic view up of all the after I show you, but I want to see why my trade in this moment, okay, and why I close my trade 1 year and 1 year. You can see what this is the level that we select before, okay, that we have seen before. This is the level, okay. You can clearly see what that in this level, okay, market, okay, sellers comes here in a very strong way. What does it mean, these red and violet beans? Okay, that buyers try to put in the bid side of the market a lot of liquidity, okay, but sellers is so aggressive that push down the price again. After that buyers try again to absorb here, okay, so I close one position. After that, okay, market try to go again here, but market go down, so I close the other position. My target was the POC, okay, of this distribution, but I have to take a look this zone, as I said before, what's happened here, okay, and here you can clearly see that the market has been rejected, okay. And why I enter in the market, why I enter, because the first okay low is a bad low, okay. You can see how much volume you have here, okay, in this low, but the second low the same, but you can see in the third low that I have an exhaustion. And it's downstream also here, so I will take my long, okay, and go for the long, the attempt of the scalp for my trade. Okay. After more, okay, the market in this moment is very quick. Okay, so it's not so easy in this moment to analyze order flow, but the same we can do this.
Okay, excuse me, Rudy, if you finish, I have to some question. Is Rodolfo Wallbar's template available? Yes, you can find something on the in your templates. We already sharing with everybody. Is in the platform. Okay, just put push templates and you can find in an easy way our template in Deepteam. Okay, you can find the template of Rudy. What are the difference between the trading style of someone that set the double bubbles to use volume and one trader that use bubble adjusting to delta? Oh, this is a question I want to give to Eduardo. Oh, Edo, what are the difference between the trading style of someone that set the bubbles to use volume and one trader that use bubbles adjusted to delta?
Yeah.
Bubbles in the Deepdom.
The
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
No,
basically,
the same bubbles of volume or delta. What is the difference between the trading style of bubbles with volume or bubbles with delta?
with volume, basically, you're paying more attention to how much participation is. With delta, you are focusing more on who is pushing more within that amount of volume traded within that bubble. So basically, it's a matter of participation versus strength, attempt to push in one side or in the other side. Personally, I prefer delta-based bubbles, both in terms of size. So a bubble with a bigger size would actually show a bigger amount of delta being provided within that bubble. And also the color shading would reflect that majority, the dominance of that delta.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Edo. Thank
You're
you too
welcome.
much. Rodolfo, someone said the template is in the platform is not exactly what you show on live. Maybe it looks more advanced. Is there a new version?
Excuse me, I not
Someone,
follow the.
excuse me, Rudy. Okay, someone in the chat said the template that we had in the platform is not the same that you show on live.
Yes, because I am testing my new template. Okay, that in the near future will be available for our customers. Okay, because before to put my templates in the shared templates, I have to test in a deep way. Okay, to be sure that all the things that the templates are showing. Okay. Is okay. Oh, guys, what's happened? Ah, maybe macroeconomical data.
Is it 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock, maybe some data comes in.
Let's see.
We lose Eduardo.
Michigan Consumer Sentinel at 5 o'clock, medium, doesn't look nothing special. Was the Michigan Consumer Sentinel final? Doesn't is a medium, medium not the rest 3 stars.
Yeah, not really.
Nothing special. Was the Michigan Consumer Sentinel final? Yes, it's possible to make bagels. Okay. Thank you so much for all the compliment and for everything. I want to also say to someone, please show us more trading. I'm looking so far to use Deep Chart and Deepdom. Lobo 86. Listen, we cannot we do it what we can because we are not a trading machine. Okay, we are not algorithmic. We are human being, and we we do it what we see. Sometimes we click, sometimes we don't click, sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't do it. And don't forget, this is just an educational program, okay? It's not a trading room, okay? It's just an educational product. We all speak with you, say 2 hours together, enjoy together trading, okay? And this is what we do it for our audience, for our client, and because we like and we love trade, okay? But obviously, as you can know, that the market is all the times very strong, and it's not easy to trade at all. Okay, for this reason, enjoy what you see when we do it, and this is important for us, also for you, because Eduardo and also Rodolfo explain to you all times why you do it one trade and why to go inside.
It's not a signal room, guys.
No,
It's not a signal room, this.
No.
but not at all. No, no, utilizziamo sistemi automatici. We don't use Superb in any automatic system. We just click with our right hands, and we click with the right hands also for going to the market or for go out for the market. We don't use any automatic system.
I want to show you that I take a stop now, okay? I I I hit a stop now. Now we show you why, okay? I have a Diffie tracker line here that now is disappeared because it is invalidated, okay? Is not valid anymore, okay? You can clearly see what that in this level sellers, we have a lot of absorption of sellers here, okay? So I enter with two contracts here. Here I have an exhaustion, a little bit of the exhaustion, a buyer's aggression, okay, in the market, okay, push up, okay, so I enter, but you can clearly see that when market push down in a very strong way, I close immediately my trade, okay? I don't stay in the market to lose, okay, my gain of today. I try to enter the market when the condition is right, okay? But if the market, okay, give me the message that I am wrong, I have to exit. The trade has to be stopped, okay? The trade has not to be go ahead. The same if the market comes in my price. Many times when I was younger, okay, when I saw that after market come back in my price, okay, I said, okay, oh, if I wait a little bit, okay, I don't lose anything. Okay, so the next step it was okay, but if the market come back in my price, okay, I can average my entry, okay. So
Yes.
no regarding the footprint, no regarding what is happening, okay, no regarding nothing at all, okay. But sometimes, many times, market comebacks, okay, comes back, but a few times market goes down, 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 and I follow to average my entry price. And the end, I don't lose $150, okay, like in this way, but I lose $1,500, okay. So it's not the case in any case, okay, to average your loss position. So only if you have a technical reason to average, but you have clearly in mind when you average for a technical reason your position, your loss position, you have to know exactly where you have to stop your position and not to go ahead with your wrong position, because it's the first thing that allow, okay, to the market to burn out all your accounts now and forever. There is no chance at all. You have no 1% of probability that in this way, in the medium term, also in the short term, but maybe if you are lucky, maybe in the short term you can survive to this terrible technique, okay? But in the medium term, I am 100% sure that you burn all of your accounts. So take your trade when you have the technical reason to take your trade, okay? Take your stop when reason is about to take your stop. And after, wait when the market give you the situation to open one trade again, okay? Don't have now, okay, I have to recover my loss immediately. I don't want to see red, okay? I don't want to think about I have lost one trade, two trade, okay? It's not a way. It's not a way, guys. The only way to have a chance to be profitable in trading is to cut your losses when market tells you that you are wrong, and wait for the next trading change. Not push, not want to click because you want to recover, not because you enter in a revenge with the market, and the market always win. Always.
Always, 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 always. It's not changed.
No,
Always.
Definitely.
not at all.
Okay, okay, Rudy, thank you so much. I go back to Eduardo's screen and I want to just reply to some question. Okay, anti-RIM, we cannot show to all the indicators we have because we have a lot. We have also all the technical normal indicator plus all the footprint and volume indicators, but you can easily go to our website in Deep Chart. You will find the wiki in very easy way, and there you can find all our indicators, how to work, how to set up, and everything is possible because otherwise take this half an hour. This hour we we have to finish this live. Don't Is not enough for speak about to all our indicators. Okay, regarding F3, blah blah blah, guys, think you have to do monthly subs. We need to learn. Okay, regarding this, as you know, we do it. Every week, three live in English and two in Italian. Okay, for our client. For this reason, we do it a lot. Obviously, on YouTube, but we don't do it because it's reserved to our client. Okay, that's why we are here for the Deepdom launch to make it live. But if you are our client, you can easily follow us to do it our live trading, excuse me, not live trading, our live analysis with Deep Live team. In Italian 2 times a week, and English 3 times a week with Andrea, Fabio, and our Deep Live Italia with Eduardo and Rudy. Okay, I see only two templates with Deepdom. Yes, we are working on top. In the next couple of days, we will put our templates in Deepdom. Okay, don't worry. Be patient, please. Okay, is a question for maybe for Eduardo. He would like to know if you only start to looking for trades after the New York Open, and what time is do you stop looking, waiting for setups? What is the best trading windows to execute your traders? Edo, you're here with me? I am alone.
Eduardo?
Edo, you are still here with me? Edo is missing.
Yes. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Okay. Now, yes. It was a question for you. Now it's another
Oh,
question. Okay.
yes.
The first question was if you trade, if you have a special time for trade, or if you have some special setup after the New York Open when you want to trade, what's the best trading window to execute your trades?
All right. Well, first of all, the best trading window ever, the best trading windows ever, I would say the 1 hour and a half after the RTH opens. So from Italian time, 3:30 p.m. until 5 o'clock, 5:30 p.m. Or else the so-called power hour before the RTH closing. So from 8:30 p.m. until the closing time, well, let's say 10 minutes before the closing, because then the settlement time gets a little bit messy. But the 10 minutes coming before the settlement are sometimes really a gold mine, I would say. Of course, if you know how to handle it. And then normally, personally, I don't like so much trading in the first 10 minutes before the opening. Let's say normally, because today that's exactly what I did today. In fact, I opened my first trade a few minutes after the RTH opening. But normally, I do that every time I see a strong directional conviction in the direction of my overall narrative, like it had happened today. I had see not today the opening coming with a really nice strength to the upside, so it was perfectly compliant to what my overall narrative was, as well as one of the yes most interesting footprint setups that I had, which was basically the combination, the one I showed you earlier, based on the combination of absorption plus pressure zone coming in the next bar after the absorption.
Okay, well, thank you.
But if I don't see anything like that, normally I tend not to trade until the 20. I just wait. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just replied for Lobo. We have a discount code. Yes, we in Deepdom now we will found our launch week is finished in 3 days, on 2 days and a half. Please, you have all a special offer, but then in the end of this session, we will show again all our offer we have in this moment, and we have another 60 hours more or less for finalize your order if you are interested. Marco, you are at 54 range. Maybe Rodolfo. Okay, Rodolfo, you are at 54 range. Chart
50,
is support.
55.
55. So,
In June 56, guys.
no, it speaks about the range, not your age.
Ah, ho capito age, excuse
No,
me.
no, the range, not the age, the range. It's so good. Please explain the detail.
Excuse me.
Okay, the detail, what is the template? The template with the deep tracker. Okay, again, guys, we cannot explain all our template and to in a really short time. Okay, but please be patient on this because we are also active in real time live trading. Okay, if it happen. Okay, you want to see just the color of Rudolph 54 footprint order flow settings.
Excuse me, I don't understood.
Yeah, so curled up. Wanna see your 54 your footprint order flow settings with your color just to see you really like the color you use and to see.
Okay, okay, now understood. But you can find my order. I don't know, maybe not in the template section. If you load, wait a minute, guys.
Okay, we're waiting. In the meantime, I ask you something to Eduardo.
Okay,
Yeah,
Eduardo, I think that is not with us because I don't see his screen. Okay, but
okay,
but we can here see the okay, the setting of my ask bid split. Okay, settings. So you can see here. So you can see what that I have here two columns of order flow. Okay, I have the first column on the left side with the ask bid, and the second column the volume profile with delta. Okay, with volume, excuse me, guys, with volume. Okay, so here we see what the manual auto grouping. Okay, so I grouped by 6 contract. Okay, 6 ticks, excuse me, guys. Okay, and so the setting okay, of the plot settings. Okay, show settings of background. Okay, fading color. Okay, range, automatic, delta, intensity. Okay, this is the setting of my order flow. Okay, guys.
thank you, Rudy.
You're welcome. Bye, Edo.
Eddie, you're back.
Edo is back.
Who
Here
knows?
we go.
Okay,
So
he's
we had
back.
a really nice.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes,
okay,
you are
Can
back,
you hear
Edo.
me?
okay.
Yes. We lose you.
We lose
We
you for
lost you. We lost you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Apparently, I have some delay. Apparently.
no, I'm not apparently. You have some delay. It's not apparently. I,
Yeah. Let
I
me
don't.
just fix very quickly. Yes. I'm
Okay, I have a question for you, for the guys here. According,
just gonna fix very quickly my network.
no problem, Edo.
Hang on.
Okay, if you have, I have a question for you, Edo. Is Ale asked you, looking to your weekly view up levels, aren't we overbought today. So instead, we should look for a price attachment on S&P 500. Edo?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes, they do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Can I can
Okay.
I can I ask you the question from the our client, please? Did you hear me?
No, I didn't hear the question, but now
Okay,
I'm ready.
I send you again. Okay, we speak
Yes,
about
please.
you. Looking at the weekly view up levels, aren't we overbought today? So he said that we should look for a price retracement on S&P 500 or not?
Well, yes, definitely. By the weekly VWAP perspective, we are very imbalanced to the upside, especially considering. Let me just get the annotation tool. We are far beyond the +2 from the weekly perspective. That means that we are nearly to in an excess zone, considering, of course, the overall weight of the whole weekly standard deviation. The thing is, though, price is still keeping on accepting above all of these areas. So this is the reason, because basically I would still say we are in a bullish narrative. Of course, it is to handle a little bit with care in terms of medium-term perspective, because in the moment where, and just on top of that, can you see how this area we had talked about earlier during the market analysis has been holding so well at first, at least the first attempt of S&P 500 going down, and actually providing some important absorption of sellers here, which was exactly on this low here. So apparently market is still not accepting back inside that area, that standard, which is made by not only the standard deviation, but also the previous value area high of the previous week, as well as the value area low of the swing, the previous swing, creating actually this acceptance. So yes, we are a little bit overextended, but apparently price is still accepting above. So yes, something we need to worry about until of course market doesn't tells us otherwise. So that means this area gets broken.
Thank you, Edo.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we are here. It's passing already more or less 50 minutes for the bell. Okay, the ringing bell. The level is we are more or less for the moment. We don't move a lot from the bell because we are around 7,500 in ES and 29,550 in NQ. Means we are more or less in trading range today. If I don't say a stupid things, Eduardo.
Yes, definitely,
We are
exactly.
turning
We
around the
are.
POC. We are turning around the POC of the day. So now we are in the POC of the day. So we are turning around of the POC. The POC is not is never okay. The right point to try to is never the right point to look at for a trade, okay? Because in the POC in the POC point, price tend to go up of the POC, down the POC, up the POC. Okay, so is more a fading trading, okay, in the POC style, okay. But here in this moment, I'm not so sure that price could stay in the POC point for a long time, okay, because price move down in a very strong way, okay, from 700, okay. So we have to wait what they want to do now, okay. If we have a clear intention, okay, to stop here or to go lower of this point. It's not the moment to take any action, okay?
Any decision.
No, it's not the moment to take
Yeah.
any action in this moment, okay?
Anyway, we are here. We are happy again to be more or less 300 people still connected with us. We don't see charts, but I see the charts, but I don't know why they don't see the charts. I see everything. I am here in YouTube. Let me say, I refresh the screen. Yes, I see the charts. Why you don't see the charts? Ah, Eduardo's screen frozen, maybe. Ah, that okay. Yes, Eduardo, maybe Rudy, if you can share your screen because
Okay, I share my screen.
Eduardo, yes,
Wait a
is
minute, guys, that I share my screen.
Eduardo is back. Eduardo is back. Eduardo is back.
Okay,
I
okay.
should be seen, yeah. Well, I'm looking at this dynamic here because it's getting quite interesting. Basically, we came on the S&P 500 to pull back the previous local low it had made with some interesting absorption and some also liquidity test. Apparently, now we are trading below the 74 and 90, and that means starting to trading below that area I was telling you about a little while ago. So the question that actually just came a few minutes ago is getting quite important right now, because considering that from the weekly perspective we could be in an area of overextension to the upside, if we start to miss this area, if we start to accept below this area, this could lead to an important acceptance back into the balance, which that would mean for the S&P 500 a retest of the next area located 10, 15 points below. So more precisely 74,170 and 74,160, which was basically the previous resistance being broken yesterday. Let's see. At the moment, we have a really nice initiative being taken to the
Very good
downside.
initiative. Yes.
Yes, look how liquidity in this case acts as a very nice magnet for price. And apparently also the color shading based on delta gives us a very nice idea of how strong actually, look at these pink bubbles, are pushing against this liquidity. Trying to reload a little bit right here.
Now
And this is also, sorry, yeah?
now is the point of if it passes this point with force, I think they will have very good coming back to the high because it's
Yes,
where is the view up coming from the view up on the short ways coming is there. Let's see what's going on.
yes. We also have the settlement area a few points below.
This liquidity they put in the mid behind the prices look like interesting too.
Yeah,
Deepdom, can you share please Deepdom? Thank you so much.
yes,
Oh, the passing.
yes. Look how there is also the meter telling us this very nice information is getting all green. So that basically measures the liquidity which has just added to the area.
You see, watch the liquidity, guys. They put just down the
Reload,
price.
reload, reload.
Reload, reload. Yes, yes, reload.
Yeah,
Reload, reload. Clear. What's the point? I say immediately when it was there, eh?
amazing.
Strong buyers.
Nice reaction also provided by big trades to the upside, trying to buy right here, right on the structural level.
The TP tracker working here. I don't understand this question. Apparently is an adverb used to describe something that seems to be true, or is accepted or true based on initial appearance, available information, or hearsay, even if it hasn't been confirmed. I don't understand your question, honestly speaking. If you can be more clear, I will be help me. Thank you so much. Eduardo, how to set up speed gauge on to Deepdom?
How to set up
Speed
what?
gauge.
Sorry.
Speed gauge. I don't know. Honestly speaking,
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, I have used this setting, which I'm still kind of course, they have to be changed according to the volatility of the day. But in situations where we have a mid to high volatility, and for this reason also this gauge here is quite important because it gives you the volatility regime of the of an historical portion of the day. I've set it like
We lost Eduardo.
Eduardo is like a ghost. Sometimes we lost Eduardo, you know.
I don't know from between Marco Eduardo he has the worst
Not connection,
the worst connection. Okay.
but I'm here all the afternoon.
I am decided to decide who has the worst connection. Okay, guys, I show my screen. Okay, in this moment we have a lot here of we have assisted a strong buyer aggression. Okay, here we come back to the POC of the day, so we are again in a situation that I don't like. I don't like at all. Okay, because if also we go to see what's happening here. Okay, what we see. Okay, the area that before we have selected. Okay, the price bounce from this area, okay, and come back, okay, but now the price, you can see that bounce from 500, okay, and try to respect, okay, this low volume area of the composite profile. Okay, so now price tell us that want to respect 500 area and respect this low volume area support zone. Okay, so for the moment we have to wait to understand what they have to what are they going to do. If the price comes down again, okay, to retest the lower zone of this profile at the value area low of the RTH, that it is mainly the same of the ATH zone. Okay, here I can try to find a long trade to try to run again the distribution till this high volume node in the 600-620 area. Okay, but here we are in the POC zone, so I don't want to take any trade at the moment, and I want to wait if price come back in the cheaper zone. Okay, to allow me to search to look at for a long trade. Okay, in that zone. I don't know if Eduardo
Let's be back. I don't know, honestly. Let me see if he's be back with us.
Yes, I
He's
am.
back.
Yes,
Back.
I'm back. I'm back. Give me just a couple seconds to get reconnected with the platforms, and I.
Eduardo and Marco is in the sub-Saharan part of the Africa. Okay. Is the, is
I live in Ouagadougou. In some
exa-
part, yes.
exactly in the sub-Saharan side of the African desert, I think. Okay, guys, I want to try a short here. Okay, don't do what I am doing now.
See,
Okay, don't do what I'm doing now. Okay, why I take my short? I try my short here. Okay, why I try my short here? Because I have an exhaustion in this point. Okay, in this point, market try to go up, but it don't be it doesn't be able to the action to go up to go further. Okay, market here. Okay, in the pullback bar I have a rejection of this point. Okay, and as you can see now the same sellers try to push down the price, so I am in the right position. Obviously that if the price comes up from this level I have to stop my position. Okay, because you can see here I have an exhaustion again. Here I have an aggressive action of the buy of the sellers. Okay, and if I take my stop, no problem at all, guys. This is the market. Okay, I have the right reasons to take my short here, because I have the dynamic view up that is passing above the price. Okay, the sellers seems to confirm again the aggressive, but you can see how buyers are coming in the market. So I have to stop my trade. Doesn't matter. Eduardo, you are here?
I'm back. Yes,
Oh,
I'm back. Sorry,
fortunately,
guys. Sorry.
fortunately.
I am waiting to change. I've already actually changed my network provider, but I'm gonna wait a few more days before they come and install the whole thing. So unfortunately, I'm still in the gray zone. Anyway, I'm back. So yeah, we had a really nice reaction as we spotted here at the 74 and 80. Previous absorption area from sellers. Buyers step in quite strongly, and now we are fighting back above the area, and I would say also above the main weekly level as the one we were talking about earlier. And to me, this is a very strong signal, to be honest, because in terms of overall intraday narrative, because if we have failed actually to go below the 74 and 80, and we actually resisted so well on the support area, and now price is still pushing to the upside. This is a very nice confluence for us to tell that the overall narrative is still developing on a balanced mode. So ideally, between the POC that they have just shifted right here in an imbalanced position. So what I'm expecting in the at the moment is a rebalance of this small part of the distribution, but more from the intraday perspective, I'm expecting price to range between 74 and 90 and 75 even. This was a really strong rejection of lower levels. Then, considering that.
I have a question for you, Edo.
Yes.
Another general question from Eduardo. Do you take in account the view up level of the previous weekly or months?
Yes, yes. Personally, I do consider quite strongly the VWAP of previous weeks and previous months only if they are still naked. More specifically, I would say weekly VWAPs, because my trading normally is more a short-term trade. So I don't go too far, but yeah, weekly VWAPs a lot, especially when they are naked. But first and foremost, what I consider daily in my narrative, in my analysis, are the standard deviation, more specifically the +1 and -1, because they give us, even if they are calculated differently by a mathematical point of view, they give us a very nice range of where market is still works in a balanced mode when is beyond when is included between +1 and -1, and when it's imbalanced, so when it starts accepting beyond +1 to the upside or -1 to the downside. So this is a very strong reference for me, and I consider both the ones on the weekly standard deviation as well as the daily ones. In fact, that's why now I was looking at this situation right here, where I could see price reaccepting back within the range of -1 after failing to go down. So I just want to complete what I was saying before my network got disconnected about the the way how I have set meters. And basically I'm gonna show you my settings.
Yes.
You can manage them going on property, right click, properties, price settings, and market structure section. The regime is calculated, the volatility regime is calculated automatically. All you have to do is just enable it and assign different colors according to your preference. The ones I use the most are the near liquidity gauges, which are set on 40 levels. So basically, it's gonna just measure how much liquidity there is on the next 40 ticks of ask side and bid side. And the gauge can be colored by either delta, volume, or imbalances. Personally, I prefer delta, and you can assign colors here. And for the redefine liquidity, I set that to 150. I don't have at the moment shown here on in my settings the total value of the total value of the FAR liquidity. I only want to be shown the persistent one, which is still considered on the delta side. So the gauge, which in this case is the last one, is gonna show us the FAR liquidity, so 150 ticks, how much the difference between the liquidity on the ask side and on the bid side. In this case, we are quite balanced in this case.
Okay, Edo. Thank you for Java. Your platform makes me addicted to the volumes with style. Thank you so much. It's nice to know. Okay. In the meantime, guys, don't forget this is the last appointment. Okay, for our Deepdom lunch. Okay, it's very important you have to know because from we have let's say another few hours for our offer. Okay, and it's very important. If someone of you doesn't he still have a buy on our solution or our offer in this moment, maybe take your time for do it right now or when you want. If Rudy can give me the chance to share my
Yes.
screen, I can also just give you an overview about our offer in this moment. Okay, if you have already deep chart, you know with only $299 you can have the lifetime of Deepdom. Okay, means you pay one time and then you don't have to pay any more in your life if you have your license of deep chart opening. And this is for the people who have already deep chart. If you want to only buy Deepdom, okay, you have two different kind of offer with or without the launch kit. Okay, if you want to have the Deepdom with launch kit, cost of 479, or if you don't want to have the launch kit, cost 299. And if you want to have our Deep Chart and Deepdom together for 6 months or 1 year. The cost you can see right now is 749 and 1,097 for the year. Or this offer you have the liquidity bootcamp, okay? Because also we're starting 2 days ago with Fabio. You know the liquidity bootcamp is Fabio Valentini do it on Wednesday, on Thursday do it Rico Stucchi, and tonight do it Carmine Rosato. And we have the first appointment tonight at 7 o'clock with our client, with Carmine, and welcome Carmine to work with us for this fantastic launch of Deepdom. And we'll be tonight present Carmine, and Carmine take your bootcamp tonight for you for the liquidity bootcamp and win. And means if you want to participate with Carmine, just have if you're a client, just connect with us at 7 and we are together. And otherwise, again, if you have already dipped at 299, if you want to have already dipped on, you have or 6 months or 1 year. Or if you want to have dipped and Deepdom, you have 749 for 6 months or 1,097 for the year. Don't forget, if you have already deep chart, but you want to, in every case, have this offer, or if you have your data when they finish your let's say your account will be upgraded with a new buying. It means if your deep chart finish in November, for example, you buy 1 year now, will be finishing in November 2027. You don't lose any days and any moments for our subscription. Thank you, Rudy. You can share with it when you want.
Yes.
So now we are back to the PLC. We are out, by the way, we have also shifted a little bit the PLC. By an analysis point of view, I would say at the moment we have an interesting situation because we have the initial balance already set, which gives us an initial balance low at 74 and 78 and 75, which is exactly right here at the low of the current low of the day. And at the moment we are trading on the initial balance midpoint, which is also the VWAP, the current RTH VWAP. So that means we have multiple informations telling us we are in a balanced environment. The thing is, the initial balance low and also high, the high, are naked at the moment. So we need to assess according to the narrative, which is the next move trying to open a discovery mode beyond the initial balance sides. At this point, I would say that this area, 7,500, it will be quite important in terms of acceptance, because at the moment we have the evidence of a really strong rejection of multiple levels below. At the moment, considering we are back into the balance, so we expect price to be in an equilibrium environment at the moment. Let's see how these VWAP levels are traded. At the moment we can spot some slight signs of exhaustion, and I'm gonna show you why. Here it is. Can you see that was the move that we had earlier, tapping into the next value area here below. That's the initial balance low area, which is still naked. It was set after 4:30, so of course it is still naked. At the moment now, we are trying to take out the previous high of the rotation that led price to go down. We have some fight right here, not a massive absorption, but still an interesting absorption. Look at the delta here and look at the volume clusters here. Upon retest, we had a really nice exhaustion at the very top of this candle that at the moment is providing initiative being taken to the downside. So if this confirms as a rejection of the overall initial balance midpoint zone, which also is the session VWAP area, we could expect market to try pulling back and retest the lower part of the intraday range. So I would say 82 and then eventually go and test below the initial balance low. Especially, I'm saying that because the low here was made with still a bad low. There is not that much volume, but we have what is called an unfinished auction. So just in a nutshell, we don't have the auction here ending with a 0 in the first side of the ask in the candle, which actually has made the low. This counts exactly as a bad low. There is an area where we still have an abnormal acceptance, even if then, of course, price reversed here, but we had some abnormal activity of sellers being still on. So this is not, of course, a signal to say let's go for a short or things like that, but this provides information about the overall scenario. Let's see what happens right now. Being that an exhausted area above, I don't want to see, in order to confirm this possibility to go down again, I don't want to see initiative being taken beyond the exhaustion, considering that the exhaustion doesn't provide a strong resistance area. It's just a break taken by buyers. Not that much of a participation by buyers, as you can see here on the developing bar. But still, this is an area which I don't like particularly to take trades, because we are exactly on the most of the balance for the day. So we are quite likely here to be in between the fight, the major fight between buyers and sellers.
One guy asked which template to use for the footprint. I suppose also template that we're sharing in our platform already done.
Yes. You
can find easier in the templates. Another one asked, I use unfinished auction as a target. Is something also, Eduardo, you take care?
Yes. If I have all of the conditions to take the trade, I like to go towards unfinished auctions. Of course, I need to have another proper setup in order to take the trade. The unfinished auction alone, unfortunately, is not enough. But it could be an additional clue. Interesting clue.
Means just interested, but not only one.
Yes.
If you understand well.
Yes, exactly.
Guys, we have another 9 minutes, okay, from this last appointment of the Deepdom launch, okay, for 2000.
Guys, I am looking about at the market with a lot of attention now, and I take my trade here, okay, and why here? You can see this zone, okay. Go behind the past, okay, and which is this zone, okay. You remember before that you speak about, okay, the zone that the market try to protect, try to protect, and after we have had the breakout here in this zone, okay. You remember this, okay, okay. Market breakout this zone, remember this zone, okay. For me is a resistance, okay. Take a look, guys, okay. Market try to go up of this zone before, okay, exhausting, okay. Market go down, 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 and after market comes again in the zone, okay. The first attempt, the second attempt is more stronger of the first attempt, but buyers are completely absorbed there, okay. So we have the value area high also of the day in the zone of the swing, okay. So for me is the right moment to take my short, okay. And always, as always, okay, if I will be stopped, it's okay. But the reason, okay, that I take my short here is very clear, okay. The second attempt here is so strong, okay. But here we have an exhaustion 0.9, okay. Strong attempt to break up this level, but market failed, okay. For the moment, I have to pay very attention because you can see how the seller exhausted to push down here, okay. But it could be temporarily, okay. So I have to wait, okay, for the action of the market. So I am looking. Excuse me, guys. I am sharing another screen, but nobody told me this. Sorry, guys. Sorry, very sorry, guys. Is a problem. Okay, no, that doesn't matter. Okay, I repeat again. Okay, this is the zone. Okay, that the before market. Okay, try to reject. You remember that before we speak about the zone. Okay, this zone, and after market break down the zone and go down. Okay, in a very strong way. Okay. After the market what try to go again, absorb again and down again, try again and down again, okay, try again and down again. So now what's happened, that market, okay, comes here, okay, absorbed the first time. Here the market push in a very strong way and absorbed again, okay. So my trade at the moment is protected by this level, okay, that has been absorbed. But I'm very worried about what? About this exhaustion zone. But here we have a bad low. You can see that here sellers comes here in a very aggressive way, okay. But buyers try again. So we are now in trading range. You can clearly see that we are now in trading range, okay. I want to take my to go my trade till this area 5389, okay. You can clearly see now again how sellers are willing to protect this level, okay. So you can see in which way they enter the market and try to sell again, okay.
Our DP tracker give you a protection in this trade.
My DP tracker give me the protection in this trade. Here we are, okay.
Yes.
But the market, you can see, is not able to come down in the moment, okay. It's not able, and this is a little bit worry, okay, because a lot of buyers came here in a strong way again. You can clearly see, okay, the deep delta that this go up, okay. Let we see what the footprint say, but buyers are coming in a strong way. Let we see if will be rejected. No way. Okay, guys. It's no chance to, no chance to take my trade. But the reason is right. Okay, for me is the same. I wait for this moment. I wait to take my short trade, but nothing at all. Bueno.
It's okay.
Yes. Okay, so now I hope that maybe this example can be helpful in order to avoid tricky and choppy situations. Here in the S&P 500, on top of the scenario trading around the daily POC, around the VWAP and the initial balance midpoint as well, we can see that not only by the price action perspective, we are in a range, we are range bound, but not only in terms of price actions, also in terms of order flow dynamics, because this different footprint template shows something really interesting. This range, you can find, by the way, you can find this template among the shared ones as well. All you have to do is just going into the template section and look for it. Sorry, I still have some issues with the network. Sorry, guys, I'll be right back. Yes, here we go. Basically, we are encased between two absorptions. This is the range. Absorption of buyers, absorption of sellers. So basically, we are in between two different control points. This is a points where buyers, passive buyers are controlling. Here, this is an area where passive sellers are controlling. We can't make any decision either if they are. We can make any decision unless one of these 2 points gets broken through and accepted beyond, unless those 2 points are far away enough in terms of range, in terms of volatility, in order to take small scalps. Trading inside this situation is just 50% chance, no more than that. So according to that, let's see if this attempt of breaking the upside of this range and taking out the previous point of control of sellers will succeed or fail. We see some initiative taking place here to the upside, will not so much follow through though. Let's see. This feels a lot.
Nothing, Edo, let's go.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that would just filter a lot in choppy situation.
Yeah. The name of template of Edo you can find easy on our templates. You will find a box with the Edo templates with the 60 range, the pointing figure, the 10 range, and 20 range. You can find it very easy inside your templates you have in Deep Chart.
Edo, if you can show where they can find our templates,
Yes.
your
Yes,
templates.
sure. So yeah, all you have to do is just opening the templates section.
Yes.
Shared, full version, Deepteam, yes, and Eduardo. A preview should be seen here. The one I was showing right now is the 20 range. So that's the one, the last one of the list. And the other template with the footprint, it's the first one. So this one with basically the same delta representation, but also with volume of box of volume clusters.
Okay, thank you, Edo. Yes, please ask what you need in chat regarding if you want to only buy Deepdom. Someone asked Rudy, what is the setting of a speed of tape indicator, please?
Speed of tape, which speed of tape indicator? V2, you can find maybe my speed of tape indicator. Wait a moment, guys, that I show you my screen, and wait, I have to try to find the right, because I have a lot of indicator here. Wait a moment. Deep session. Maybe in the with the right. Wait a minute, guys.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I'm reloading the chart because I click on the indicator. So, indicators. Deep, wait a minute. Speed of tape V2. Okay, here we are.
Can you share your screen, Rudy? Because I see still.
Yes. I am sharing my screen, Marco. I am sharing my screen. Okay, volume, filter mean 1. Okay, number of seconds 60. Okay, plot settings. Okay, here we are. Bar to short 15. Scale mean value 25. You have take note, guys. It's okay?
It's okay.
Okay, guys, market follow to push up. We have
Yes.
now line of DP tracker. Oh, in Italy it's very warm, guys. 30 degrees.
Yeah, starting the summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starting the summer.
Finally starting the summer. Okay, guys, we have another 5 minutes from this live, 5 maximum 10. If you have some questions, please don't be daft. Just tape and text on the chat, please. I'm here for reply to you. We are all here together for reply to you. He did a very big jump from the down to the up, guys. They already parallel the hill. They go from down to up in they do all the course, okay?
Yeah.
Just missing a little bit more to go to the below, but to be high, but not far away.
Exactly.
They follow to push.
Yeah. Someone asked because we don't do it also the bootcamp in Italian. Maybe we will do it not a bootcamp, but maybe in the future. Okay, now we are very busy. Okay, with all these things to do it, but maybe in the future, so we will do it. Maybe one or two bootcamp inside the inside with the Rico or with Rudy and okay our team. Okay, and maybe we'll do it in the future. But you will be informed about that.
Okay, Marco, I think we could stop here. Okay, guys.
Okay.
If you want to follow our live, okay, you have to buy our license, okay, our deep chart, okay, so you can have the bonus live that we offer to our customers, okay, international in the Friday, okay, but after Andrea, Fabio, and so on. So if you wanna, because the public live we will do in exceptional case like the launch that we do, okay, but no in the other, not in other way. So guys, we have the pleasure to be here with you. We thanks you to being here with us. Thank you for all. Thank you for being our customer. I greet Eduardo, Marco. If you wanna
Yes.
If you want to share,
Yeah, I'm here. If you want to share again for the last time, our offer from another 2 days and 6 hours, okay, is exactly what you see. I don't know if Rodolfo share my screen.
yes, I am sharing your screen, Marco.
Fantastic. Okay, if you have only, if you have deep chart, with only $299, you can have Deepdom lifetime till your license of deep chart is open. If you want to have only Deepdom, you can buy the 6 months or the year launch kit for 299 or 479. Or if you want to come, stay with us with all our offer, deep chart and Deepdom, in this moment you have two fantastic offers with 74,409 for the 6 months, 1,097 for the launch kit. All this offer provide also the Liquidity Bootcamp with Enrico, Fabio, and Carmine Rosato. And the first time Carmine will be with us for In the Story is tonight at 7 o'clock. But it's only for our client. That if you are not our client, please join. And we see in the next future, okay? To everybody, for our client next week, and for is not our client in the next future for sure, we will do it other live. Thank you, Rodolfo.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. We hope for you a nice weekend. And as Andrea says, trade safe, trade deep. Okay, guys.
Exactly. Thank you, Eduardo, for being with us in all this live with in Italy and also in UK in English live in these 2 weeks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you to you guys. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you all, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye to all.
Have a nice weekend. Cheers. Bye
Ciao.
bye. Ciao.
Minchia, ragazzi, che caldo che è.